Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team. Wanted to make this video to show you how to set up TD Ameritrade's or ThinkorSwim's active trader setup. The active trader setup within ThinkorSwim is probably one of the best ways and most effective ways to trade within ThinkorSwim. It's kind of complicated to get used to at first because it's a very professional. This is what the professionals are using to make their trades. So it's something that you want to get used to and practice with. And that's why the simulated account, again, that I have here up here, it's really good to use within ThinkorSwim to get really comfortable with our platform. If you haven't watched our ThinkorSwim web series yet, we have a whole playlist on our YouTube channel dedicated to ThinkorSwim. It's a broker that we just love to recommend. We really enjoy using TD Ameritrade. We recommend them to a lot of our followers because we think that they're the best overall platform for people to trade with. They have their limitations, of course, like any broker, but what they do have is a lot of great charting tools that they have. So what you're seeing here, the charts and their filter studies and their their customer service is phenomenal, and they also have many different ways to trade. But the downfall is they could be a little bit complicated. They could be a little bit cumbersome to trade with, and it could take a while to get used to the system. But that's why it's awesome with their simulated trading program, where you could basically practice the trades and really get comfortable. So I'm going to show you how to set up the active trader right now. I'm just going to kind of start from the beginning. And just kind of walk you step by step how to customize it. I'm going to show you how to play some live trades doing it. I'm going to show you how to set up custom stop losses and one cancels the other orders. So you can kind of see how the active trader system works basically from start to finish and have it all customizable the way you like it. Because once you get used to it, it's again, it'll take a while to get comfortable using the platform, but once you do, it's awesome. Because with TD Ameritrade or the ThinkorSwim platform, it's great where you can do a lot, but the problem is you can do a lot. So being able to make trades, like for instance, right now, I can go up here and make a trade by clicking on price. Excuse me, and I can buy or buy custom or do something here, right? I could also go over to the trade tab and let me go over to here. I can make a trade here by right clicking and buying custom there. I could also go over to level 2, click within here and do a trade ticket window here. Excuse me. I could also go over to, I don't know what I did there. Why is that doing that? Monitor. That's really weird. Let me click on that down. Oh, okay, that's right. I'm on the monitor position. Click on charts. Again, see, sometimes I make a lot of videos, so sometimes I confuse myself. I can go inside the chart. I could right click and buy or buy custom. I can go over here and click trade and have a trade window come up here. And I can go up here and click on this customization wheel and customize it the way I like it. I can click on level 2 here and trade within here, make a trade there. I could also go up to big buttons and click on big buttons and customize over here how I like it to make a trade with big buttons. And then now I'll show you active trader. So you see how there's several different ways to make trades. It can be very overwhelming. It's almost easier just by default, like when you're seeing things here, you'll go up to, trade up here or trade over here because it seems the most easiest. But as you start to evolve and you want to have custom stop losses in place or one cancels the other orders, that's when you're going to want to start to look at the active trader ladder to see how that all comes together. So what you want to do, excuse me, to get to the active trader ladder is just click on active trader here. Now you're going to see that this big window pops up with a whole bunch of price ranges, big columns, kind of takes up half your screen. So what you can do is you can always just grab here and kind of adjust it, make it smaller to where the way you would like it. But basically, this is a grid that's showing you a whole bunch of different prices. And you'll see over here under bid size, let me open this up a little bit. This is the buyers, this is the sellers. So this is also a level 2. So level 2, it'll basically add up all the sellers in level 2 over here and put them over here and the buyers over here. and you'll just kind of see it go up and down, and then you'll see in the dark gray areas where price adjusts up and down, right? So as I'm making this video, you'll see price go up and down, pretty quickly, especially with Apple, it ranges quite a bit. But the point being is this is an area where you can see level 2 and you can buy and sell based upon the level 2 in this whole price grid. So it gives you more of a accurate look. So when you can zoom in and find out your areas of where you want to find, where you want to purchase, and where you want to sell. You can see where the buyers are coming in, sellers are coming in, and it gives you a real good visual of where to buy rather than just buying or selling. So right now, it's defaulted to set up as buy market and sell market. I never buy and sell at market prices. I always go to limit orders. So what you want to do to customize is go up to this custom toggle wheel, excuse me, and click on settings and get rid of buy market, sell market, or you can have whatever you want up there. I usually put buy ask, and I do sell at the bid, and I add up there, and I'll click on, and I just move it up. So I move it up there, and then move it up, and then hit OK, and then you'll see I have it customized up there however I want. If you want to add other buttons, you just click on the customize wheel and just scroll down and add whatever you want. If you want to remove anything, you could just click on it and remove it. So if you're still used to or you like having buttons up top, you can have them. I, again, really don't use these buttons. I use this down here, and I'll show you how I use it. But if you like it up here, you can have the option to have it up there. So again, you'll see here you can customize, you can kind of move in things however you like it, get it the way you want set up. And then when you're done, you want to make sure, I'm going to say this a few times just so it just really sticks with you because it's very important. You'll come up here and you save grid as whatever you want to save your grid as. You'll see I have a whole bunch of different grids set up. You always want to make sure after, excuse me, that you have your chart and everything set up the way you like it, that you save it however you want it to be. So that way, otherwise you'll have to go back and re-customize it, and it's super annoying. Again, one of the things with ThinkorSwim, it's an incredible platform, but if you forget to do something, it's just super pain in the butt to go back and do it again. But again, if you want to see how we did our charts this way and make it this setup, you can just watch our ThinkorSwim tutorial series on our playlist, and you'll see a whole bunch of videos to get this way. So that's how I change the buttons up here. Well, now there's, very simply, there's a few things I could do. I can go up here, and let me actually go to the arrow, and I'm going to expand. See, now you're going to see a template show up, and I can change the default quantities to however I want. I can go up or down. I can click on default 1,000 shares, 3,000 shares, and move, up and down depending on what I want my default to be. I can change it to anything. So you can change the default quantity of what you're buying up here. Then you're going to see here templates. You're going to see a whole bunch of templates that I have set up. I'm going to show you how I did this. But as of right now, and you also, by the way, have an auto send feature here. So I'm going to show you how to do things and buy and sell with or without, I'm going to do it up here with the buttons, then I'm going to do it down here on the ladder, and I'm going to show you how to set up the customization. So you're just going to see it all live step by step. So at this point, I'm just going to show you up here how to buy at the ask and sell at the bid. So again, I'm just doing it just for a live tutorial. I'm not really paying attention here, but it's as simple as this. I buy the ask, and you'll see here, buy 1,000 shares of Apple at 135.41. I'll click send. So right now you'll see a visualization here of my order. Oh, now it filled, right? Now if it didn't fill, what would happen is I can manually adjust that up and down. So let me click sell the bid right now, see what happens. So now it filled. I'm going to show you an area in a little bit where you can adjust it. So you saw that little arrow, and I could basically move it up or down. So if my order didn't fill, I could look at the chart here and move it up or down based upon the chart if I wanted to do it there. I can also do everything by the grid as well. So that's how you just buy and sell up here with the buttons if you like the buttons, right? Now if I come down here and wanted to do the same thing, but instead of buying up here over here, I can just do a price visual. So right here, I can see price moving up and down where the buyers and sellers are. So I can do a buy right here. You'll see it come up, hit send. Now I get filled. But let me do this. So now let me go to sell. So now let's say I want to let it show up there. I want to put it up higher just so it kind of sits there. So I'm going to show you what happens. Oh, I didn't go high enough. See that order's filling or staying up there? Let me just move it up higher just for the heck of it right now. So now right there, my order hasn't filled yet. I can go up or down here and move it up. Oops, that was my drawing tool. I can move it up or down manually like this, or I can come right down here, which is easier, and kind of, actually, let me go up to where it is. I have it up there pretty high, I guess. Oh, wow. Wow, I have it really up there. Actually, let me move it down further right now, just for right now. Because I want to show you where to go on here to get, where do I have that at? 136.16. Yeah, I still have it way up there. Let me see here. I don't really trade Apple very much, so let me see here. Now I sold. You know what? Let me go to a different stock. It'd just be so much easier to do this. Let me do this. I'm going to go to Nugget here. So I'm going to go over to a different stock here. And just let me do it this way. I'm going to put the order in up here, and you'll see my order right now hasn't filled yet. So I can move it up or down here, or I can come down here and move it like this until it fills. I can come down here and move it. Now it's filled. Now let's say I want to go to sell it. Let me just sell a little bit higher so it just sits in the system. So you'll see it up there right now. I can now move it from over here on this ladder up or down until it sells. So I can move it up and down on the chart, or I'll move it up and down over here. So I can kind of zoom in and find the areas you'll see, like right where it's at. If I want it to fill right away, there we go, done. Oh, didn't drop yet. Let me see, let me go right down here. There we go, now we sell it. So you can buy it up here with the buttons or down here on the ladder. Now you could do something called auto send. If you have auto send on, I only highly suggest doing this once you're really comfortable with the platform. Once you're really comfortable with the platform, you just click on auto send and watch this. Buy the ask, and it goes in right away pretty quickly. Obviously price may be moving up, so let me just do that. And it didn't even ask for confirmation. It just puts the order in. Now watch this. Sell the bid right there. I can move it up or down. Let me just move it. Where do I want to move it? Right here. Right here. There we go. Sell it. So I can buy and sell. I can move it up on the charts there. I can come down here. Right here. No confirmation. Boom, it fills. Right here, I can go and sell it. Right here. It didn't move. So you see what happens is it doesn't give you a confirmation, but you can make a lot of mistakes doing that. So I only suggest using auto send when you're really comfortable trading on the platform. So as you can see, there's quite a few ways to do this setup. You can do the buttons up here. You can have it without auto send. I highly recommend don't use auto send until you're really comfortable with the ladder and trading and finding the style you like. And then when you do, add on auto send. So again, up here, buy the ask, you get the confirmation, hit send, you have your order, come up here, sell it, hit send to close. Then obviously you can manually adjust it up or down from over here. You can come over here, click on the ladder, click to buy. I can adjust it based upon however I would like. Oh, I'm already in it. Now I could go and I can sell it right over here. Move it down. Let's see, I guess it's just right there. Or I can, again, do it right over here. Just kind of move it up and down however you want. Again, so you can do it on the chart or in the ladder. So basically that's how you work it. Again, many different ways to do it. I personally like using the chart down here. It gives me a better visual. Now, that's just to place a regular order. If you want to set up custom stop losses or one cancels the other brackets, here's how you do it. You go over to the template area over here and you click on, there's a whole bunch of different things here. I usually just do the one trigger with a bracket. I don't really use the single or OCO or with the multiple brackets. I personally have one set up with just a stop loss, and then I also have it with one cancels the other, which means a stop loss first and then an order to sell to the right. I like getting a visual, so I'm a very technical trader. Excuse me, I do a lot of day trading. So I'm looking for areas to get scalps, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. And I'll have my levels set up here because it'll give me a visual on my chart. And then I can adjust up and down or cancel them. Again, it's a matter of preference. I like seeing my visuals first and then adjusting based upon that. It's all a matter of your preference. But you can have just a stop loss, or you can have a one cancels the other. You could also have multiple things set up here. I personally just do it this way, but you do everything from the bracket. So you'll go over to the template, click on trigger with bracket, and then you'll see a bracket up here. You'll see the top part is limit order to sell, and down here is your stop loss. So this is where you would go and you would adjust up or down your limit order to sell, meaning if the price moves up $1, 50 cents, 75 cents, 40 cents, 35 cents, it would sell. Or for the one cancel the other stop loss, whatever you want your stop loss at, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents, whatever it is. So if you have both of these checked, it'll be a one cancels the other. If your stop loss kicks in first, it'll sell at your stop loss. If the limit order kicks in and the price moves up, it'll sell first. So you'll kind of get both. We're going to start with a stop loss. So if you want to do just a stop loss, you uncheck the top one where it says limit order, and you'll just have a stop loss. So let me just do one where I'll put my stop loss at, let's say, 15 cents. I have a bunch already set up. I'm just making it an odd number right now. Just, oh, not $15, so it's 0.15. So now my stop is in place, and I'm just going to save it. Now, here's what happens. When you have it not checked, it's just a stop loss, 15 cents, and you want to make sure you go over here to save custom template, and you do whatever, just name it 0.15 stop. And then save it. And if you look here now, you'll see I have, where is it? There we go, stop loss 0.15. So I have a 15 cent stop loss already in place. So now what will happen is, let me just go and let me go to my, just a regular, just reset it. Now when I go to buy, if I want to have that stop loss in place right away, I just click on the template again, 15 cent stop loss, and you'll see here, it's going to buy with a 15 cent stop loss. And as you can see, as I'm scrolling right up here, you'll see the stop loss of 15 cents moving up and down. So wherever I buy, it'll automatically put a 15 cent stop loss. And watch, I'm going to click in here and you'll see, buy 1,000 shares, stop loss 15 cents, click send, and look at that, my stop loss is already in place. So now I can manually adjust it up and down. I can move it up over here or down over there like this once I'm in place. Or I can just come down here. Where do I have it? Why is it down here? Where did I put it? Oh, I brought it way down here. Yeah, let me move it up just so it's not so far down. So now you'll see it up here, and I can just go up and manually adjust it like that. And there we go on my ladder. So I can see a visual. So I can move it up and down on the chart or over here. I personally like it over here, but sometimes if I'm looking at the chart, I might move it over up and down over there. So that's my stop loss. If I want to go to sell at this point, you want to make sure you cancel your stop loss, because otherwise it'll go, a lot of times there'll be, well, actually I want to show you the error with that. So I'm going to show you with doing this right now, because a lot of times when you go to sell with, if you still have a stop loss in place, it's going to think that you're going to short the stock. That's where you want to be very, very, very comfortable. So actually, let's just see what happens right now if I hit the sell the bid, because I want to show you something that's very important to go and check off. So right now, I bought, excuse me, you can see over here, monitor. I've been doing some practice videos and trades here today. You'll see this one right here. I have 1,000 shares. Let me go over here and let me sell the bid. Now what happened is it actually put, let me see what it did. It sold, but see what happened? It's going in and it's looking like I want to go and short the stock, I believe right now. It's selling the bid. So there's still an order in. So you want to be very careful. You want to X out of that. So when you have your stop loss set up, what you want to do, let me put that back in here. Oh, I didn't put the stop loss in. So there you go. So now you could be like, oh boy, what do I do now? I don't even have a stop loss in place. I forgot to do it. Well, that's okay. You could always come over here and you can put a stop loss, you know, let's say down here. You know, you can have your stop loss in place. So you can add it on afterwards. But the whole point being is, let me move it down for right now. When you actually want to go selling the stock, make sure you cancel your stop loss, then sell. So watch this. I'll X out of it, and now I'll go over here to sell. You'll see my limit order now instead of stop. I'll just move it down, and hopefully that'll fill any second here. Oop. Where's price? There it is down here. And that's how you sell it. So make sure you cancel out your stop loss. You could also go up, and every time the template resets. So the reason why I wanted to show you that is because it's very important, because if I always go up here and I have under setup and application settings, under active trader, make sure you have reset active trader order template after setting. It's just important to have that reset. It's kind of annoying. Well, if you're doing day trading, it could be annoying if you're making multiple trades, but it's just good to have it reset because otherwise it'll default to your template and you can go to sell something and then it'll want to go to buy something in case it's a pain. Just for your own peace of mind, go up to setup, application settings, active trader, and make sure that this reset active trader order template after sending is on. It'll be so much better for you. So again, let me just show you this. So at this point, there's no stop loss in place. So I can click on here, click on the 15-cent stop again. I can buy the ask right here. You'll see the stop loss in place. There it is. My stop is in place. The moment you want to go sell it, always either X out of it here and cancel it, or cancel up here. So you can cancel the stop loss and then you can go and sell. Just always cancel your stop loss, because the order doesn't understand, the system doesn't understand at that point if you want to keep a stop loss in place and then also go and short the stock. And that's where you want to be careful, because they'll find shares to short and you're looking to just sell because you're trying to just sell your order with a stop loss, and ThinkorSwim doesn't know whether you want to short the stock and keep your existing, so they're going to fill you. So just make sure that you cancel it. Sorry to be so redundant, but I just really want to just drum this in your head, just really, because this is so important. Actually, I want to do it with stop. I want to show you this several times. That's why you want to practice like crazy. This can be very overwhelming, but that's what's great about the simulated program that they have. You can practice tons of trades to get really familiar, and the more you practice and get familiar, the more this will really start to help you. And it's a great setup. So again, just doing it from in the ladder here, click stop loss, click within here, you have the stop, hit send. Excuse me. Let me see here. I've done so many trades here talking to you, so let me see what I got. Okay, I got my shares right there. There's my stop right there. I can always, again, move my stop loss up, or I could, if I want to sell, I can X out in here. I can X out over here. I can cancel up here, but just make sure I cancel it. Canceled. Now I go back in over here and I sell and move it up. I'll just move it down. Send. Done. Again, like I was saying to you earlier, you can do auto send as well. So if I have auto send on, now I come over with my 15-cent stop. I can buy here. Watch how quick it'll be. A lot quicker. It hasn't moved. Where is it? Its price is moving really quickly right now. There we go. Now I'm in. I got my stop. Make sure you cancel it. X out here. Go to sell. Wait a second for it to sell. If it drops up and down, I can just move it down. So this is the whole thing with auto send. It makes it really quicker. So if you're day trading, having auto send on once you're familiar can make things really quick when you're trading. So that's how you do the stop loss, how you use everything, how you use the big buttons, how you use the trade ladder. But let me show you one other thing here with the one cancels the other and how to set that up. You want to come over here and do trigger with bracket. Now you have the one cancels the other set up. Now you want to do a limit order to sell with a stop loss. So all you really do is just come in here and adjust it. Let's say you wanted to do, if you make 15 cent, let me just do it a little bit different. I don't want to just throw a random number. Let's say if the stock goes up, well, they always say a 1 to 3 ratio. So let's say 30 cents, or 1 to 2 ratio, I'm sorry. So basically you want to be able to make one, for whatever you're risking, you want to be able to make double that. So if I'm risking 15 cents, I want to be able to make 30 cents. If I'm risking 10 cents, I want to make 20 cents. It's all about managing risk when you're trading. I'm just trying to do random numbers because I already have mine set up and I don't want to mess up my settings. So I'm just trying to do a couple random ones right now. So this right here is going to set up a 15-cent stop loss with a 30-cent limit order to sell. So basically means wherever my entry is, it'll have a 15-cent stop loss, and if the stock moves up 30 cents, it'll sell automatically. This is, again, where it all depends what kind of trader you are. You can set it up the way you like. You'll see with mine, I have over here very tight stop losses, 10 and 20 cents, and then very tactical levels to sell because I'm very conscientious of the whole and $1/2 psychological support and resistance areas. So I might be trying to get a 10, 15, 20, 30 cent scalp, and I'll use big positions to leverage, as leverage. So I'll put a lot of money in to leverage to make 10, 15, 20 cents, sell before it hits a whole or $1/2 amount, wait till it gets on the other side of it, maybe ride it up again for quick scalps. It all depends on what your strategy is. So right now, I set this up for 15 and 30. So I'll put over here, make sure you save it, and I'll put OCO. One cancels the other. Let me do this, OCO, and I'll put 0.15 by 0.30. Hit save, and then you'll see right here, it's right there, right? So before I had the 15-cent stop loss that I set up, now I'm going to go down here to OCO, one cancels the other, 15 and 30. So with a 15-cent stop loss, 30-cent limit order to sell. Again, I'll take off the auto send, and I'll just start off with the buttons right up here. Let's see what happened. Look at that. When I clicked out of it, the default template changed. So it's annoying that it resells. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's resetting now. So this is correct. But this is the thing to be aware of. Where it resets. So if the next time you go in, it's going to reset it for you. And that's a good thing because I can put this order in. And if it didn't reset, what would happen was it would show this again, just like this. And then it would go and buy it again. So if I did it again, I could have 2 of them, and that could be a nightmare. See that? If you ever did that by accident, you go absolutely crazy. What would you do? You start freaking out, especially with real money involved. That's why you want to reset the template every time, and that's why it's important to go up here to setup, application settings, active trader, and have this checked off. Make sure you have it checked off so you don't do those errors. Trust me, it could be a panic because now you can look, well, what just happened there? I heard something happened, I canceled, so you can think, no big deal, everything's fine, but I actually have a position over here with Nugget, and I don't even realize it because I don't see anything here. That's why you want to reset the template so it's not a nightmare. So let me just sell it, get out of this. I want to, again, I don't, sorry to make this video so long, but I want to show you all the different ways, the goods and the bads of using this, the pitfalls. I want to help you to avoid the pitfalls because it can be very frustrating. Again, it's an awesome tool to use, but practice with it, right? So now you'll see again, the default template is set up. So go back over here, make sure it's checked off. We'll go back in and do it. Buy the ask. There you go. Buy 1,000 shares of Nugget. Sell if it makes 30 cents or if it stops down at 15 cents to sell. So there you go. You can see the visual. And I can move up and down on the charts, or actually it just filled right now. So right now you can see the visual on the chart, so I can move it up or down by here. And I can move this down this way, so I can get a visual and then manually adjust however I want, or I can come over here and do it, but I gotta then scroll, because I set it up so high, I gotta go up pretty far to get it. So let me go back down here and just move this to like a more reasonable area right now. To do that. So you can go up to, where do I have it at? 1322. Oh man, I still have it up way too high. It's kind of annoying. Bottom line, don't go you do everything from here. It's so much easier when you do it. So let me just move this back down a little bit more. It's still way too high. See, I'm trying to show you here, and I'm making it harder for myself, because you can go all the way up here to the 1289. You can see it up here, then you can just drag it back down. It's so much easier. So basically, do everything from over here if you have really tight stop losses and sell orders. Let me move this back up over here. Again, trying to show you how things could get crazy and how to use it. So you'll see up here, I can just move it. If I wanted to sell, I can move this down. Price right here is at 1240 right now. I have my limited order to sell at 1256, but my stop loss is down here. Where is my stop? All the way down here. So let me just move it up. And this is how you do it. You just move it up and down, up and down. I just had it way down too far. And as you can see, it keeps adjusting back up and forth here. So that's where, again, you're not going to just randomly move stuff up and down like crazy when you're trading. I just want to show you how to do things with the ladder and how to do things on the chart. But you'll see right here, price is at 1238. There's a limit order to sell at 1256. I have a stop loss at 1231. So when it gets on the chart, it could be really too close to see right now. So that's why it's good to use this ladder here. It helps you to understand or see it better. So let me just do this. I'll just move this down here. Limit order to sell. Let's see what one kicks in first. No, not moving. Let's try this. Let me move, prices moving here. Well, sold. And let me see here. No positions. There we go. That's how it works. And again, I'll just show you with auto send. Very simple if I have auto send on, but look at this. It's showing single. It doesn't show the bracket. So if I put this in, I can think, oh, I have my bracket in place. Well, no, I don't. Oh, shoot. What do I do? I can, well, now I got filled. How do I get out of it? Well, I can sell the bid and get out, or I can come over here. But that's why you want to go back in here. Make sure you hit that one cancels the other. Again, I'm sorry, I'm showing this multiple times. It's just very important. If this is confusing, watch this video a few times, because again, I want to show you the goods and the bads, where you can find the pitfalls, where the confusion kicks in. So you'll see right here, the template is set up. I go and I buy. There's my limit order and my stop loss. I can go up here and manually adjust it like this with an auto send, or I can move up my stop loss with auto send down here. So I just want to show you how auto send works, just how it can be quicker without the confirmation. You'll see here how it's up there. Let me just show you again how to move it up or down, whatever one kicks in. Let me just make the stop loss kick in. There you go, stop loss kicked in. And voila, there you have it. So now again, the most important thing, like I was saying from the beginning, is make sure you save this. So go up here, click Save Grid As, and I'll put it as test for right now, and save it. So now when you go over, you'll see with the templates, I did the 15-cent stop and then the 15 with the 30, one cancels the other. I'm just going to delete those right now. So if you want to delete them, just go down here to delete that, and go over to here and delete it. But now let me go to over here, and you'll see right there, test is the one I have here. So let me go to another one right now. I'll just open up another one. You'll see it's a different template. If I come over here, I can come over here to, where is it? Test. And voila, you'll have the template that we just set up. And you can basically, so anything you customize and change here and do everything, always go up here to Save Grid As. I'm going to delete test right now by going over here to delete, coming down here to test, and I am going to delete it. So that was a very kind of cumbersome, long kind of video here for you, and I'm sorry to make it so long, but this is so important. It's one of the most important and best features within ThinkorSwim. Once you master this, you can have everything all set up on how to trade. You can customize it how you want. You can have your stop losses. You can have your one cancels the other. You can have your level 2. You can get the visual of the chart how you want. Again, you can set up your filter studies. Just to give you an example of one of the ways I look at things, I'll have my chart set up this way. You'll see I got my chart, I got my volume, I got my RSI, my MACD. I have level 2 within here. I also have level 2 over here. I have my templates and my brackets set up over here. I'm charting my stock with support and resistance, finding entry areas, and I have things set up the way I want. So again, it takes some time to get customization right and the way you like it with ThinkorSwim. So make sure you watch our tutorial videos on our YouTube playlist for ThinkorSwim. They should really help you out with using the platform. But this is probably one of the most important videos that you'll be able to use with ThinkorSwim, because it adds so much, and it also adds so much protection for you, being able to have stop losses and one cancels the other orders, and getting a visual of where to get in and out, and seeing where the buyers and sellers are, and just getting a visual with your charts. This active trader ladder is incredible. So hopefully this video helped you. If you're not a member of our community yet on Facebook, we have a great community called the Bullish Bears, where we are a group of traders from around the world that just love helping each other out on a daily basis. So make sure you come and join us on Facebook. You can either click the link below, or